Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jace. Thank you for checking my video out, and this is my official review for Black Ink Crew Chicago, Season 3, Episode 2. Alright, y'all, just real quick, forgive my voice. I slept with my ceiling fan on a couple nights ago, and it really just kind of came from my throat. So, yeah, just bear with me. I'm going to try to get through this video as quick as possible, which it shouldn't be too long anyway, because it really didn't, too much shit happen anyway. So, here we go. All right, so the show opens up with Charmaine, Ford, and Junior getting to the shop, and they're pretty much just looking at the aftermath of, the fight that happened last episode with Ryan and Van. And so pretty much what Ford and Charmaine were on was, just trying to figure out why it even got to that point. And, they were pretty much saying that Ryan was wrong for throwing the chips, which he was. He kind of was pretty much antagonizing Van and trying to get a reaction out of him. Fucking dick riding ass Junior. Talk about, Van was wrong. He was pretty much just throwing the chips down on the table, just to double the dude's chips that was at the table. And really, Charmaine and Ford was like, really, like, if somebody's throwing chips down your way at the table and it's shade, you're not going to get mad about that shit. And Junior's talking about, yeah, this is a Ryan shop. They need to know. They need to give the boss some respect. I mean, he's the one that's on the lease and all of this. I'm like, all right, you doing a lot of talking, Junior. I hope you can cash these checks you writing, because I guarantee you if Van was standing right there, you wouldn't be saying this shit. So anyway, so then Ryan walks in and he's like, oh shit, what happened? Like he didn't know there was a fight last night or some shit. But pretty much Ford and Charmaine did what friends are supposed to do. They let him know, hey, you were wrong. Like, you were throwing chips. Somehow Ryan got it in his mind that Van threw the chips first or something. Like, he had nothing to do with that. He's like, yeah, but he was being disrespectful first. The only thing Van did was turn his back while you were giving your speech. It was fucked up, but you started throwing shit. That's when it started going to another level. And that's why Van threw the dice back up at you. So he's like, it turns to JR. So, oh, you agree with this shit too? He's like, absolutely not. Yeah, because you don't want to lose your motherfucking job. Like, Junior, chill out. You're doing a lot of talking. A lot of talking. So next scene, it's kind of boring. Ryan and his girlfriend Rachel, they're at at a Jamaican spot here called the Wild. What's that spot called? Anyway, it's a Jamaican club or Jamaican spot, restaurant / kind of club, and they got two of their friends with them as well. And there was a lot of talking, like a lot of rah-rah in the background. Rachel sitting there at the table, and I know she was talking a little bit last episode, telling Ryan what he needs to do as far as the tattoo shop and, fire people if, they don't want to get on board or whatever. But here she's talking about, changing the locks and all this shit, like gassing Ryan up. And I'm starting to get that effect that she's like putting this battery in his back and, and gets Ryan going. Because last episode when she was talking about firing people, as soon as he gets to the shop and Danielle said something to him, he fired her ass. Now she's talking about changing the locks and shit like that. And, then also, you got these two friends here talking about when are y'all getting married and shit like that. Whatever. Next scene. Van and Jen, they didn't, Van has given Jen the keys to his apartment. They're all sitting around this kitchen. Van is making breakfast or something. And the little daughter is there as well. They all got on red. They look like a little cute, happy family or whatever. But Van's talking to his daughter about school, and she's on the basketball team. And he's asking her, has she been, playing or whatever? And she's like, no, I haven't been in the game because the varsity coach is my biology teacher. And he's like, well, what's your grades like in biology? She was like, oh, he gave me a D. And I was sitting there like, he gave you a D or did you earn a D? So her ass ain't been playing or whatever. But as all this is going on, Van's cell phone rings and it's his brother. Excuse me, guys. It's his brother. And He's like, yo, take me off speakerphone. I got to tell you something. So he ends up telling Van that his uncle died of an aneurysm, just like all of a sudden. I don't know if it was out of the blue or not, but or if this, if he was sick or something like that. But pretty much Van didn't know, he didn't know anything about it, and so the brother told him, and yeah, that was a very real scene, and it was kind of hard to watch. Van wanted to get emotional, and he did get a little emotional, and his girlfriend and his daughter came over to console him, so that was kind of hard to watch. But yeah, I felt really bad for him, but that was definitely a real scene, and it didn't seem like something that was orchestrated. But next scene, Charmaine at her damn radio job. She's interviewing some dude named Bibby or whatever. She is such a fucking slutty ass. So the dude Bibby, like, obviously seen her Snapchat or something, and he's like, yeah, that looks good. I wonder what it tastes like. And she's like, oh, you want to taste my ass or eat my ass or something? And he's like, nah, bitch. Like, I'm talking about the food. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, you're really saying this shit on air? Shut the fuck up. She's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I do be posting my food on my Instagram page and shit. But, I was confused of what he was talking about because, I be posting her sexy pictures and shit of herself. So I thought he was talking about eating that. Then, all of a sudden, fucking, I figured out his name, too. His name is Neek. Neek shows up out of the blue with a fucking picnic basket and shit, interrupting the interview while she's working. And I'm sitting like, why would you just walk up in the studio as she's on air interviewing somebody to bring her a fucking picnic basket? She gets her simple ass up and gets the basket, starts hugging and kissing. And it was so fucking awkward because the artist who she was interviewing is sitting there like, and I'm sitting there like, bitch, you really doing this? Then her motherfucking boss, Johnny, he peeps into the window and see them making out or whatever. And he's like, yo, Charmaine, let me holler at you for a minute. So he pulls this bitch out in the hallway. And this scene seemed kind of fake to me because it seemed like Johnny was trying really hard or whatever. But he's like, Johnny's like, who's this guy? And Charmaine is like, who, baby? He's like, Charmaine, don't fuck with me, bitch. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. So then he was like, she's like, oh, that's my boyfriend. He's like, well, I don't want no stragglers or whatever in my studio and all that. She's like, he's not no straggler. He's my boyfriend. He was like, well, I don't give a fuck. He's bringing baskets of chicken and shit up in here. That ain't your motherfucking job. You doing this shit while you're supposed to be interviewing somebody. That's just unprofessional. I'm putting your ass on a 30-day probation. And then he was like, Charmaine, just get your shit together. Walk the fuck off. So she better get her shit together. I thought that was kind of stupid. And then the fucking boyfriend, Nick, is just sitting there while he's out in the hallway reading her for filth. Fucking ridiculous. Speaking of ridiculous, next scene is Don and Ashley. Ashley, I think you were a pretty girl. I think you look really good. But these goddamn wigs, fucking ridiculous. And the camera was just all up in it. Their whole little scene they had. I told y'all last week, them wigs be sitting back. And she got these sides, they got it like a side part. But you can see her hair gelled down, smoothed on down. But the wig is sitting way back here. And I just want to snatch it and pull it the fuck up. The confessional scene, this shit's a mess too. I'm just like, who told you to do that shit? Anyway, so this bitch sits down on the couch. I don't know. Both of them are like fake as fuck to me too. It seems like they try too hard when they do their confessionals. Ashley's talking about, I'm your wife, and I'm putting this silent treatment to an end. Who talks like that in real life? Get the fuck out of here. So basically, she's trying to talk to him and he was just paying her ass. He's sitting there playing a video and she keeps calling his name. He's paying her. And she comes to sit down. You're going to have to listen to me. I am your wife. You need to give me the respect that a wife is due and all this bullshit. So she's trying to figure out, why he got so upset the other night and fucking sped out the parking lot and shit. He was like, you did that shit. You was running. You did some bullshit. Sorry guys, it's one of my friends. Let's see how the bar exam went today. Um, yeah, so she's trying to figure out, why he got so fucking upset. And he was like, it was your ass. You did some bullshit, which she did. But also, Dawn, like, it doesn't warrant, like, her bullshit did not warrant you screaming like he always does. And I actually showed this montage of, like, his stunts that he do. And he starts screaming like a girl. And I fucking hate it. Every fucking season, he's yelling and screaming and throwing like a fucking tantrum. Like a big-ass baby. But anyway, she basically said they need Jesus to help them. He starts laughing. Next scene, we get to Kat and Danielle. They're dressing up. They're about to go out. Danielle's kind of excited or whatever. Well, first of all, she's going to officially meet Kat's new, I guess she said they were just having fun for the last few months, but his name was Zach. And he was on his way over, I guess, to kind of pregame with them before Ashley and Kat were to go out on their girls' night. So Kat eventually, basically just invites him out. And Danielle's sitting there like, well, damn, so much for the girl night, Now I'm pretty much going to be the third wheel. And that's exactly what the fuck happened. They're sitting there doing Patron shots and shit. Kat starts, booing up with Zach in the club. And Danielle's sitting there like, fuck this shit. Which I understand that shit. Like, I never want to be a third wheel, and I never will be no third wheel, no shit like that, because I already knew as soon as she invited him that it was going to be that kind of shit. And they were already kind of like lovey-dovey and shit anyway in the apartment. So I already knew what the fuck was about to happen in that club. Sure enough, Ashley was drunk as fuck. Kat was drunk as fuck. You could see it all in her eyes and shit. I said, all right, I see where this shit's about to go. Oh, shit. So I'm like, I'm seeing where this shit's about to go. So sure enough, Danielle fucking marches her ass up out the club. They're on the curb and shit. Eyes bloodshot red. Halfway open and shit. But Danielle, I wasn't really feeling what you did. She got upset and she started using the abortion as an, start saying like, yeah, I came here to confide in you and shit. That's what you should be focused on. And, I just want you to acknowledge that I'm hurting and all of this shit. And I'm thinking like, well, y'all went out to the club to turn up. Like y'all weren't on your way to a therapy session. I mean, I get it. That's why you came out there, but don't try to spin the whole situation with Kat hanging out with her boyfriend or her boo or whatever in the club as, like it had nothing to do with the abortion. I just didn't like that. Then this bitch hops in an Uber and go home and says, fuck you, bitch, on the way out. I know your ass was drunk. But then it's fuck you, bitch. But then you go back to her place and you take your ass to sleep. And then the next day you out by the pool. Cass brings a fucking bag of hot Cheetos and some barefoot champagne. So I'm like, oh, I know this is your favorite and shit. Then Van FaceTimes them or whatever. And he's basically like, hey, I need you to come home. He's talking to Kat, talking about, hey, my uncle died. I need you to come home to try to help get this shit straight when I'm mad because it's falling apart. Excuse me, guys. So she's like, yeah, I'm going to have to think about that. And I'm thinking, Kat, you better not take your ass home. It ain't even no point of getting involved in IMAX shit. They already kind of ousted you anyway last season. And it seems like you out in Cali doing your own shit. So it's no point of running back to try to get into their drama that ain't got shit to do with you. But anyway, I know she's going to go back. I think that was her that ran in the shop screaming and shit, during the preview for the next episode. But anyway, so next thing, Ryan's changing the locks at the shop. The battery in the back from Rachel. Changing the locks. Charmaine is like, yo, you're taking this too far. Like, you're adding fuel to the fire. Like, why are you changing the locks? Motherfucking Junior Diaz still on Ryan's nuts. Yeah, I understand why he's changing the locks. He's the manager. He has the right to change the locks. He's fucking Ryan's talking about, yeah, my name is on the lease and all of this. Yeah, it is. You're right. Change the motherfucking locks. It's cool. However, what I didn't like about this scene, the new receptionist, I don't even know this bitch name. You're 2 cents in talking about, yeah, this ain't how no business is supposed to be run. It's all kind of chaos and shit going on around here. I don't even know. And Charmaine is like, hold up. First of all, I told that bitch to shut the fuck up. You've been here all of 2 days. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't got no motherfucking opinion here. And she's in the confessional. Charmaine is like, Junior, you are barely 9 mag. You've been here for a couple months yourself. Y'all doing too much talking. So then, basically, next shit, Charmaine and the girl, the new receptionist, are twerking back in the mirror and shit. And then all of a sudden, Van pulls up, and like he's already like in his feelings about his uncle and shit because he just had to go see his uncle. Oh, let me go back a little bit. There's a scene where Van goes. I don't know if it was a funeral home or looked like maybe a hospital or something, but he was going to see his uncle, and his uncle was laid out on a table. And I'm thinking the whole time, like, damn, y'all don't show, like, I don't want to see his uncle laid out on the table. Like, I don't even think that's respectful. I know I wouldn't want no camera crew in all of America to see me laid out dead on the table, even though I really wouldn't be, actually knowing what's going on. But I just wouldn't want that to be me on the table, But they end up like showing like little pieces of the uncle, and I'm like, damn, I wouldn't even allow that. I don't even think that was respectful, and I didn't even want to see that shit. Just sitting, watching the show. But anyway, so Van's coming off of that. He gets to the shop. He can't get in because, of course, the locks are changed. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so Van gets to the shop. The locks are changed. These hoes is in the back twerking and shit. Talk about throw that ass in the circle. Throw that ass in the circle. Junior Diaz is throwing money and shit. Clowns, all of them. So then Van goes, he can't get in the door, so he goes back out to the truck. He's putting these motherfucking gloves on and shit. He gets a crowbar. Next thing you know, this nigga goes up to the door. Bam! Bam! Breaking the glass out. And they're like, hey, somebody's breaking into the shop. They run out front. He gets in. Motherfucking Junior Diaz start running his motherfucking mouth again. As I said, Junior, you've been doing a lot of talking this episode, and I hope your ass can cash these checks you trying to write. So first thing Junior says is, oh, you're breaking the windows. Are you going to pay for it? Why are you worried about that? That's not even your place to be worried about who's paying for something. You know what I mean? And Van's just looking at him like, fuck that. Fuck what you talking about. Then he's talking about, start saying something like, yeah, this family shit that y'all got going on, this is just some bullshit, and this is my job too. And Van is like, look at him like, motherfucker, you better chill the fuck out before I really let you have it. And I'm like, all right, JR, you keep running your motherfucking mouth, Van's gonna get your ass. All of a sudden, when he said that fuck the family shit, Van fucking charges him. And the whole time, they like kind of push each other, and I'm like, okay, where the security at? Because normally security on these shows be like, on them like that. And that's what I think they were expecting security to be there, but they kind of pushed each other and kind of stopped. Then they end up getting up to each other again, and next thing I know, Van takes Junior, pretty much lift this dude up and throw him into the cabinet, and then you can see this lady on the camera. This lady on the camera, old lady, she's holding the camera. I'm like, you better get your old ass out the way for this big ass dude knock your ass over. So then they fall on top of the couch, and then the fucking security finally gets there. So I'm like, damn, the security was they were literally fighting for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds before security even got there. I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing over here eating donuts and shit? Drinking coffee? But anyway, they got over there, and then Van is on top of Junior or whatever, and it's about 3 or 4 security. But at the same time, when they finally get Van up, fucking Junior's still talking shit after he just got gathered over and thrown into the motherfucking cabinet, talking about, yeah, all that muscle, but you're still a princess and all this shit. I'm like, yeah. And Van just fucking walked the fuck out. So yeah, you got your ass tossed and you still running your mouth. But that's how situations like that usually go. Motherfuckers that got their ass whooped still be the ones running their motherfucking mouth. But yeah, it really wasn't much of a fight. Just kind of like a quick grab up and toss. You know, but big dudes like that, like Van, big stocky dudes, usually they picking people up and trying to throw them and shit. You know, it really ain't too much fist. But it was cool or whatever. Kind of boring episode, but it is what it is. Y'all, my throat's fucked up. So go ahead, like the video, subscribe, comment, let me know what y'all think. I'm not getting too many comments. I know my channel's new, but like I really want to know what y'all feeling. People be watching the videos, but nobody be saying nothing. Should I get this shit up? Should I keep going? Let me know. All right, I'll see y'all next week. Bye.